Hi, this is Neets with your bonus reading for the pink moon. This is for April, I think it's the 12th in the UK, the pink moon. So we have the pink moon coming in. This is a time for renewal, it's a time for ambition, it's a time for setting your goals and intentions. That's the energy of the pink moon, and it's for all signs, this, because it will affect all of us basically. The energy will affect the whole planet and the whole of the astrological signs. So I've shuffled the cards already. We've got the Eight of Pentacles, the Star, the Fool, the Two of Cups, the King of Cups and the Three of Cups. So what I'm getting with this is Eight of Pentacles. I do feel that some of you have been working on projects already and you're already trying to work out if these projects are going to come to fruition. Yes, you're being told that these projects are going to come to fruition, and all the hard work that you've been putting in recently, you will start to see some rewards for this hard work. So things are going to come into fruition. Now, it's been a while. I think you're halfway through, you're halfway there. That's what I'm getting with this. So you might start to see things coming to fruition in the next sort of 3 to 6 months. That's what I'm starting to feel with this. Okay, so the moon's energy will help to bring that in for you. So if you're starting something new, you might start to see things take off, or doors start to open for you within the next 3 to 6 months, like I said. So for some of you, you'll start to see rewards coming in if you're already established. And for the people who are starting something new, you might see it start to take off or begin properly in the next 3 to 6 months. Okay, so that's for two different scenarios there. The Star. So you're being told by your spirit guides to think big, to aim high, and all of those things that you want to occur can take place. So don't think that it's out of your league. Don't think that you're not good enough, because you are good enough. You're being told that you can achieve what you want to achieve. So keep having those thoughts, keep having those high goals and those ambitious thoughts, because you know, if you don't dream high and you don't aim high, you won't ever get anywhere. You've got to aim high, because if you don't, then you're going nowhere. You know, you've got to start with a big dream. You know, you've got to believe in yourself. That's the main thing, isn't it? You've got to believe in yourself. You can't just, like, you know, expect to get anywhere if you don't think that you're good enough and you don't think that you've got what it takes. So that's the huge push from the spirit world. Sorry, the card just fell on the floor there. Okay, the Fool says you're going to have to jump into new avenues. Maybe you might have to start doing things a little bit differently. You might have to explore new pathways or new avenues. You might have to open doors to new people in your life as well, and you might have to open doors to doing things slightly differently. You might have to just shake your life up a little bit and do things differently to the way you have been. I get that feeling at the moment. I feel like things need to change. Things need to sort of be done differently. The same old routines won't cut it anymore. It's like, you know, you've got this sort of thirst for adventure. I think a lot of you are going to be feeling that. You've got a thirst for new adventure and a thirst for doing things differently, and meeting new people, getting out to new places, and just exploring and looking at things that, you know, if you've got an ambition to do something and you've got projects and interests, you need to be talking to people who are doing very similar things to you as well. You need to be connecting, you need to be socializing, you need to be networking with people who are doing similar things to you. That's the feeling that I'm getting at the moment. Okay, so the Two of Cups suggests that there could be new love for some of you, but also I think that if you've got a partner that you can work with, you're going to be very good together. You're going to pull together with your ideas, and it's quite an electric magnetism at the moment. And maybe if you are working together on projects, you're going to have some really good ideas under this new moon, under this full moon. You're going to have some really, really good ideas. So it's a good time to be pulling together to do projects if you do work together. If not, it could be a good time to meet somebody new. If you are looking for love, that could be something that comes into your life. So some really strong magnetism there, some strong ideas coming in. Okay, some strong magnetic forces around us at the moment under this pink moon. The King of Cups, there is a lot of love around you. There's a lot of love. There's a lot of passion around you as well. So you might be feeling passionate about people in general or a person, or you might be feeling passionate about your own projects or your ideas. And maybe about yourself. Maybe you're feeling passionate about yourself. Maybe you're feeling passionate about looking after yourself a little bit more. You might be starting a new exercise regime. You might be starting to eat differently. You might be starting to look after your body in a better way. I mean, this guy sat cross-legged. It looks like he's doing a bit of yoga or meditation. You might be starting to think about more spiritual aspects of your life. You might be starting to go down a more spiritual pathway. All these things are good. You know, you're being led down pathways for a reason by your spirit guides. The Three of Cups, I feel that that's you going to do, you know, more networking with people that are similar to yourselves. It can be socialising, but I think that's a bit too obvious. I think for me, it feels like you're going to meet people who are on your wavelength who can actually help you move forwards with your ambitions as well in life. Okay, so I think that's going to come in for you under this pink moon. Let's have a look at what Rumi says. We've got some cards that are made by Rumi. So we have some Rumi quotes. Let's see what Rumi's got to say about the pink moon. Let's see what Rumi's got to say for you. What advice is Rumi giving in this time? The energies are high. I think we've needed a big push for a while. I think life's been a little bit stagnant and we've needed a big push. So things are changing after a lot of stagnancy. I can feel it. The cloak of Christ. And now, obviously, some of you won't be religious, so take it as it resonates. It doesn't have to be about religion. Christ can be replaced with divine energy, let's say. You know, it can be replaced with your higher self, okay? Your soul has been ravished and you are succumbing to weariness. That which plagues you is not as powerful as you fear. Exhaustion is not a sign that something must be done, so much as a sign that something must be received, allowed. Accept divine refuge now. So if you have been feeling exhausted, then sometimes it's the divine energy's way of making you take a step back to reevaluate your life. And to think about what's next, and to think about how you feel, and to think about what you need to do to get to where you want to be next. Okay, so sometimes I've been particularly out of it for the last few years with my health, and it's made me reevaluate my life. It's made me reevaluate what I need in my life and how I need to live my life. And it's made me go towards the things that I need to do in my life. So, for instance, my spiritual work, my music. I write music as well. There are links in the description of this channel. So, and it's got a spiritual element to it, the music as well. So it's made me focus more on the things that I think are important now in this sort of last chapter of my life, I guess, because I'm getting older. So I do feel that it's made me reevaluate what's important instead of just doing what I've always done the way I've always done it. And it's made me stop in my tracks. It's forced me to stop in my tracks, and I've had to completely live in a different way to what I've been used to. And it's made me lose a few things. It's made me lose the social aspects of my life a bit. You know, I've had to calm that down. I've had to step back from friends. I've had to step back from socials. But it's a small loss, really. I mean, well, it's a big loss and a small loss, but it's something that I've had to accept. But it's all for a reason. And I'm just taking it on the chin because I think I've obviously been pushed down this pathway for some reason. The divine intervention has spoken. It's definitely intervened, and it stopped me from going forwards in the way that I was for some reason. So it's asking you to just think about, you know, if you've been exhausted, if you've been stopped in your tracks, then it's definitely for some kind of reason, okay? It's never for no reason. It's not because you're being punished. It's not because life's being cruel. It feels it at the time. It does feel very cruel at the time. And it feels like you're being excluded, punished. And, you know, I've had some tears and tantrums about it. And I've felt very, very isolated. But at the end of the day, it's been for a good reason. And I do see that now. And I needed to get onto a different pathway and track. Okay. The impossible made possible. The human heart knows everything. Envisioned can manifest. Hey, let me start that again. The human heart knows everything envisioned can manifest according to divine timing and grace. Yet the mind does quake with fear and at times will not listen to the heart. Is there any limit to the resources of the heavens? No. The divine has unbounded access to all that is and all that is yet to be. Trust the generous divine presence in your own heart. So again, it's about divine timing, isn't it? It's about trusting that the divine knows better than you. The divine knows better than you think you know, because they will force things on you. The divine will force things on you. Your guides will force things to happen that are beyond your control. What else do we need to know about the pink moon? That one flew out, so I'm going to read that to you. Listen for words of wisdom. Notice what is being said. Wise and well-timed advice from a loved one. A poignant line delivered in a movie or podcast, or a conversation overheard on the street that speaks to a situation in your life may hold important intuitive guidance. The written word proves profound. That is so true, because how many times have I heard a lyric from a song that means something to me, that gives me some advice spiritually, that pushes me in the right direction? How many times have I heard somebody say something about a career move that I need to listen to, or just some advice when I've been feeling at my lowest ebb? I've heard a conversation about somebody saying something about a job or something about health. The amount of times that I've been trying to, search for something to make my health better, and I've read something or something's popped up and I've thought, oh my God, this makes complete sense. This is how I've been feeling. And it's pointed me in the right direction towards getting myself help. And, it's been a long, long journey, but things are starting to improve slowly, very slowly. So it's worth listening to your guides. It's worth listening to your spirit guides in that sense. So listen out for signs from other people, from, like I said, lyrics in songs, lines from a movie, people just having conversations, things that pop up on social media. It's amazing what comes up when you're sort of looking for signs or asking for help. Don't ignore things like that. Listen to your dreams as well. You'll get signs in your dreams from your spirit guides, and they'll be probably more powerful around this pink moon. Around full moons and new moons, things like this are usually more powerful. So watch out for it, okay? What else have we got from the spirits? Harmony, balance, peace and happiness. You need to be more balanced and peaceful and happiness. You need all that in your life. And it's probably more possible around the moon. Sometimes it can be more chaotic around a full moon or a new moon, but this one could be more peaceful. So I think you need to meditate more, or you need to sort of go into the silence more, walk in nature more around this moon. The energy, it might put ideas into your mind if you can just be more peaceful. Okay, what else do we need to know about the moon? What else do we need to know? That one flew out. Tension, stressed out, migraines and worry. So try to get rid of any tension in your life. Like I said, meditation, relaxation, lay in a nice bath with candles, put some Epsom salts in there. Walk in nature, walk around trees, walk around water if you can. Water's very, very cleansing. Or lay in some water. That's always good. Like I said, a nice bath. That's good for getting rid of negative energy. Okay. Surround yourself with peaceful things. Don't surround yourself with clutter. Try to empty your mind if possible. Stare into a candle flame for, 5-10 minutes. Try to empty your mind and just see what your guides want to put into your mind. Just try to think of nothing and see what comes into your mind, pictures-wise or thoughts. But try to absolutely empty your mind for a short time. Okay. What else have we got? What else have we got? We've got, what has your inner voice been asking of you? Listen and act. Well, I've just been saying that, you need to listen to your inner voice. It's not always easy when you've got a lot of people around you, a lot of noise, a lot of chaos, children, families, clutter. It's not easy. You've got to take time out to be quiet and on your own sometimes. If you like driving, I know this sounds weird, but if you like driving, sometimes driving can bring you answers. It really does for me, because you're using your left and right side of your brain. Sometimes that gives you that perfect balance where you can actually empty your mind and you sort of go onto automatic pilot, and it's a good time to get answers for things. It really is. Don't have the radio on. Don't think of anything. Just drive and you'll find that answers come into your mind. If you can just ask your guides to help you out, and you'll find that things come into your mind. I find it really good to go out and drive. Go for a drive. What else do your guides want you to know around the pink moon time? What else do your guides want you to know? Give your inner critique a vacation day. Be kind to yourself, okay? So, yeah, stop putting yourself down. Stop criticising yourself if things haven't gone right. If you've fallen off the wagon and you've had a cream bun when you're on a diet, stop giving yourself a hard time. Just start again. Go for that walk tomorrow. If you didn't do one today, stop giving yourself a hard time. If you've snapped at your partner, just take it back and say, sorry, start again, try again tomorrow. You can always erase things. You can always start again, hour by hour, day by day. Just stop putting yourself down. Yeah. You can always start again at any second of any day. Just remember that. Okay, what else have we got? These cards are nice and pink for the pink moon. So let's have a look at these. These are quite specific. Yeah. Let's see what comes out with these. They can be quite specific, these cards. So let's see what comes out with these cards. They're very pink, which is what I like. That one flipped over. Oh, the answer is yes. So whatever question you've been asking yourself recently, whether it's about a person, a project, whatever you've been asking yourself, the answer is yes. I said they were specific, didn't I? Okay, so whatever question was in your mind at the time, or whatever you've been asking yourself recently in the last few days, the answer is yes. Let's see what else we're getting from these. Okay. Don't stop. So again, if you've been having doubts about a project or a person or a way forwards, you're being asked to not stop. If you've been thinking about giving up on something, they're saying don't stop. Your guides are saying don't stop. Okay. What else have we got? I mean, obviously, if your intuition was saying, oh God, I need to stop this because something's really not good for me, like if you're in a toxic relationship, obviously don't carry on with that. I mean, use your common sense on this. But if it's a, something that you're a bit iffy about, but it actually feels good, then carry on with it, okay? I mean, obviously you've got to use your common sense. Listen to your intuition, what have I just said? So these are for guidance, but you are being asked to listen to your intuition on things. You are the master of yourself at the end of the day. These are just for guidance. What else have we got? What else have we got from the spirit guides for the pink moon? Ask your angels for help. Ask your angels, because your angels or your guides are always there, waiting in the wings, asking for you to ask them to help. And if you don't ask them, they'll always try and help you, I guess. But, if you ask specifically for something, they're just waiting for you to ask them, because you've got free will. They'll help you, but if you don't ask, they're just waiting for you to say, look, I want some help with this. And they'll go, brilliant, I'm just here waiting for you to ask me. So ask them constantly. Don't think that you're putting on them. Don't think you're asking too many times or you're asking for too much. You can ask for what you want as many times as you want. They want you to ask, all right? Don't ever forget that they're there, because they're always there. I've got some one-word cards, which I really like, because, again, they're very specific. They're very specific. What else for our beautiful souls who are going through the pink moon phase at the moment? There's a lot of energy around at the moment. It's coming in on Saturday in the UK. On Saturday. Be flexible. So although you might have some ideas about things in your life, some of you might need to be a little bit flexible on those ideas. Like I said, it's time to start doing things a little bit differently. You might start to think about meeting new people or doing things slightly differently, trying new things, new adventures, new avenues to get the results you want. So try to be a little bit flexible on your ideas. Don't be set in stone. That's something I'm definitely getting for you at the moment, okay? What else? Woo, we've got 2 flying out. Be approachable. Yep. If you're feeling grumpy, try to bury it, okay? Be approachable. Make yourself, put the smiley face on, be friendly. Even if you're feeling a bit down and fed up, put the smiley face on and make sure that you are approachable, because otherwise people will, they won't want to come towards you. So try to be friendly and sociable, even if you're not feeling friendly and sociable, okay? Because you need to be approachable so that people will come towards you. Because then you won't meet new people if you're not feeling very approachable or not looking very approachable. Independent. Some of you need to be a little bit more independent and need to stop relying on others too much, because some of you may be feeling a little bit needy. You may be feeling that you need people around you constantly. Some of you need to just learn to rely on yourself a little bit more. Maybe you need to build that self-confidence up, because there are times when you need people and times when you need to rely on yourself. It's good to build your strength up and your self-confidence. I think that's always a good tool to have through your life, because people aren't always going to be there. They're not always going to be there for you. So if you can rely on yourself first and foremost, then it's a bonus when other people are there. It's a bonus. And then you'll always feel good about that. You'll always feel good about yourself, and you'll always feel that you never have to rely on other people, but it's just nice if they're there. Yeah. Oh my God, this card's flying off left, right and centre. What is going on? What is going on? Right, let's look at the soul action cards. Soul action. What does your soul need to know? What actions do you need to take at the moment? What does your soul need to know, and what actions do you need to take? What does your soul need to know? Am I ready to let go of this buried shame? Okay, that's specific. So some of you may have some shame, some things that you're a bit shameful of, things that you're, I don't know, things from the past maybe, things about yourself that you don't like. Okay. So what it says is the feeling of shame is the lowest energy frequency there is. Where you live in shame, you live in darkness. So what part of you is ready to stand in the light? Is there any shame from a past experience that is ready to be healed? So you might need to think back, you might need to look back at this. Today's soul action: heal the shame by giving it a name. Bring it to the light and let it be seen, heard and healed. It's revival season. Replace the shame with your soul's truth. And then it says, fill in the blank. My soul truth is, and then there's a blank. So you need to write down what this soul truth is. You need to write down what it is that you're ashamed of and give it a name. For instance, if you're ashamed of something you've said to someone, you could say, I'm ashamed of, I don't know, sausage gate. If it's something about, you could just call it anything gate, couldn't you? If it's something that you're ashamed of, name it, call it something. Bring it into the light, bring it out of the dark, because once you've opened up about it to yourself, that's the first step towards healing. And once you've illuminated the things that you're ashamed about, it makes them go a lot smaller. It shrinks them. And it's not so bad after all. And I think you'll find that everybody's got something that they've done that they're ashamed of. I mean, you might be brave enough to talk to other people about it. If you're brave enough to talk to other people about it, you'll probably find that everybody's got something. We had a bit of a work discussion the other day, and I'm a mental health nurse as well as this, and we all opened up about things that we'd done. in our career that we were slightly ashamed of, or something that, you know, mistakes that we'd made. And we felt so much better about that. And it was really nice to know that we weren't the only ones on the planet. And it was really, really good. And you can do that in your personal life as well. You can do that in your personal life, and it's good. It's really good to feel that you're not the only person on the planet that's done something that you're ashamed of, because none of us are perfect souls. We're all humans. We all make mistakes. We all say and do things that we shouldn't, but that's how we learn. That's how we evolve. That's how we grow. And we know that we will probably not do it again, or we'll try not to do it again. I'm not saying we won't, because like I said, we're not perfect souls, are we? So don't beat yourself up about it too much. Yeah? Just give it a name, bring it out into the light. You don't have to tell everyone. You can keep it completely secret. Burn it under the moon and it's gone. You know, your guides know everything about you, so they already know about these things, but they're not going to judge you because they've done things in the past. They were once, you know, incarnate. They were once a soul walking this earth. They've had many lives just like you. They've made loads of mistakes. So they know. When was the last time I danced freely? Yeah, when was the last time you just got up and danced and felt good? So you're being asked to do that. Dance, because it will shift you into a beautiful state, because it will get you out of your head and into your body and heart. Because fear lives in the head, along with anxiety, control, guilt, frustration, and impatience. In just a few minutes of dancing, you will make the shift. So this is an energy shift we're talking about. It will make you feel better, basically. You will find a charge of joy and confidence. It will take over, and you will feel a soul reminder to live and lead from the heart. Dancing is a tool to ground us in the now. It triggers happiness, and it's the gateway to freedom. So to become free, dance. To feel free, dance. It's like laughter. Dancing, laughter, singing, it all grounds you and brings you back into the sort of present, the now. And it gets rid of a lot of negative feelings. So anything like that is good for your soul. So whenever you're feeling down or scared or anxious or fearful, do something that brings you back to the now, the present moment. Like dancing, singing, laughing. You know, you can't have fear and anxiety when you're dancing, laughing or singing. The two can't coexist at the same time. Just try it. Try it. I'm telling you. Oh, I'll tell you what, these cards are good. Yeah, this is about soul truths as well. This is like the hidden soul truth. This is like things that your hidden soul needs to know. So it might be secrets and hidden things that we need to know about. These cards, and they're very pink as well. It's all about the pink, isn't it? Pink's very healing as well. It's good for your heart. It's good for your heart chakra. It's good for self-love. So if you want to love yourself, grab hold of a rose quartz crystal as well. Rose quartz crystal. Is there one here? These are all little crystals and they're all heart-shaped. I can't believe there's not one. Oh, I think that's a rose quartz crystal. It's a very pale pink, that, though. Oh, no, is it white? No, I think it's white, that one. If you can get hold of a rose quartz crystal, that is the heart healing chakra. If you want to have a bit of self-love, grab hold of a rose quartz heart crystal. The rose quartz will align the heart chakra. So pink, or wear something pink if you want to feel good about yourself and love yourself. What does your hidden soul need to know? We need to let each other go. Right, so some of you might be either needing to let an ex-partner go, or a partner that you're with that's not good for you, or it might be somebody who's passed that you need to just let them go now because it's been, you know, enough grieving time. Or it might be that it could be somebody from your past that's not been good for you. It could be a friend that's not good for you. It's just, you know, something that's not good for you. You need to let each other go. You will know what I'm talking about because it will resonate to you. You'll just know intuitionally. So it is time to let somebody go. Not always an easy thing to do, but That's what some of you need to know on a deep soul level. What else do you need to know on a deep soul level? What else do you need to know? I want to tell you how I feel. So some of you need to tell somebody how, some of you need to let somebody go, and some of you need to tell somebody how you feel. If you need to tell somebody how you feel, then, you know, if you can't speak to them face to face, then write it down. Send them a message or write it to them. You know, sometimes you have to get things off your chest. If you can't face sending them something either, or they're not here, and you can't physically send them something, say it to them. If they've passed away, you can say it to them. And they will receive your thoughts, because in the afterlife, people do receive your thoughts. They do receive your conversations. The afterlife is very real, for those of you who don't believe. I strongly believe that. I am quite mediumistic, so I'm clairvoyant myself, so I do connect with spirits. So I do strongly believe that. I know not everyone believes, but I've had enough proof myself, I think, to say that I completely and 100% believe that. I've had far more proof than I need. What else do you need to know? It's time for me to heal now. So some of you need to put yourself first. And it's a good time as any to start in this full moon, the pink moon. It's time to put yourself first. Think about your ambitions and yourself, a new start. It's a new start. It's a good energy. It's a good time to start this. It's a good time to think about you. It's a good time to love yourself more. What else have we got? What else have we got? What else have we got? I'm so attracted to you. So some of you have got a secret admirer, or you've got somebody who really likes you, and they've either not told you yet, or they're about to tell you. Or if you're really attracted to somebody around this moon, why don't you tell them on Saturday? Because it's the moon. If you think they like you as well, especially, why don't you give them very strong hints? If you're not brave enough to say it outright, why don't you just give them very strong hints? Ooh, I'm so attracted to you. Which cards do I want now? Which cards do I want now? I want these Luminous Pathways cards. Luminous Pathways. I want the Luminous Pathways cards. What else have we got now? What else have we got for you lovely souls? What else have we got? We have got the Pilgrim's Path. We have journey, exploration, and life's lessons. So you are going on a new journey. You are going on a new journey. Like I said, a lot of you are starting on new pathways, new journeys. You need to explore. Life lessons have been learned, but there are more life lessons to learn. You've got a lot of new journeys coming in, a lot of new adventures coming in, a lot of you. Okay, things that you probably didn't expect, things that you didn't expect to occur. Wow, these cards have suddenly become extremely messy. And I just need to clear this up a little bit before we carry on, because otherwise I'm going to end up in a right mess. It's because I put a pack down and they just kind of fell everywhere. I put this pack down and they fell everywhere. Oh dear. Yeah, got them now. That's better. That's better. Right. Ooh. Yeah, now we're getting somewhere. That's better. So let's just clear up a little bit and then I'm going to carry on. Because it's a special, it's a bonus, and you're all very special. And I do feel that you should have a bit of a longer session, really. I don't know which cards to go for next because there are that many. I like all of them so much. I love this. It's like being surrounded by sweets in a sweet shop. It really is. There are so many cards. I just love being surrounded by all these decks. I love it. I absolutely love it. So where are we going next? Yeah, they were the light seers. So where are we going? Where are we going? I'm going to use the, the Outdoors Tarot. That's what I'm going to use. I like the Outdoors Tarot. The pictures are quite descriptive. The pictures are descriptive in a strange way. They're not like usual tarot cards. So we've got the Outdoors Tarot. What's happening for some of you? What's coming up? What else do your guides want you to know? What else do your guides want you to know? What do they want you to do, actually? What do they want you to do next? That's a good question because, you know, we've looked at what's coming next, but what do they want you to do next? What do they want you to do next? Strength. They want you to be strong. They want you to strengthen yourself. They want you to build your confidence. They want you to look after you and your family. They want you to build your foundations at home and outside of your home. They want you to look at your inner strength more than anything. Yeah, look after those nearest and dearest to you, and look after you first before you go out and try and help others. I think that's important, because when you go out and try and help others but you're not that strong yourself, it kind of doesn't work. You have to look after yourself first and strengthen you first, and then you've got more to give to other people. It has to be that way round, otherwise you burn out. Okay. Judgment. They want you to think about what's next for you. They want you to make a judgment call on your life. Okay, so it's like, right, where are you going next? What do you want to do with your life? What's coming for you? What pathway do you want to go on? What do you want to see your life looking like in the next 5 to 10 years? That's what I'm getting in my mind. Next 5 to 10 years, what do you want to be doing? What do you want your life to look like? They're asking you to make a judgment call. Are you happy with your relationships? Are you happy with your home? Are you happy with where you live? Are you happy with your career? Are you happy with the people that you surround yourself with? Are you happy with how much money you've got? Are you happy with what you're doing with your day-to-day existence? If you're not, then it's time to change it. Okay. Queen of Sticks. I see that as a sort of, you're being drawn to your physical strength and your physical health as well. Are you exercising enough? Are you getting enough physical exercise? Are you getting out enough? Is your physical body suffering in any way? Do you need to build on your physical health? Do you need to exercise? Do you need to sort of like look after yourself physically? That's what I'm being drawn to more than anything with this card. It could mean many things, that, and it does mean many things, and I've said other things about this card before, but right now I'm getting drawn to your physical health. So it's like, you know, do you need to look after yourself physically a bit more? If you do, then maybe start some gentle exercise. Maybe start building up an exercise regime if you don't have one already. If you do, then maybe just go a bit more into it. Maybe just step it up a little bit. That stuck to my elbow. Fantastic. 8 of Vessels. Do you like who you're mixing with? Are you being open with the people that you mix with? Are you being honest and genuine to the people that you surround yourself with as well? Have you been honest with your friends? Have you been honest with the people that you mix with? Have you always told the truth to them? Have you always been genuine with them? I think that's something that we all need to question ourselves with. I think it's something that, you know, we should always treat people equally, I feel. Treat people equally, don't exclude people. Make people feel like they belong. Try to treat people with respect and treat them equally. That's the first thing that came into my mind with that one. Treat people as you want to be treated. 7 of Stones. Try and enjoy your journey is what I get with that. Enjoy the journey. Don't always look at the destination and try to get to the destination too quickly. Try and enjoy the journey towards the destination, because that's half of the enjoyment of life. If you just want to get there really quickly, then you're not enjoying life. You know, try to enjoy all of the steps towards it. Enjoy the little steps towards the end result. It's not the end result that actually matters, really. It's the enjoyment of the journey. Yep. 4 of Vessels. Don't forget to have time for yourself, alone, quiet time, and illuminate your soul, illuminate the divine in you. You know, connect to the spirit world, connect to the divine energy. Don't forget that you are a soul. Don't forget that where you came from. Don't forget where you're going to and where you came from. This is just a short chapter on this earth. It's a short chapter. You're a soul that can't be destroyed. Your energy, and you will just change form when you go from this physical body. So don't forget where you came from. Don't forget where you're going to. It's good to remember that in this life, because it will help you in this life. Okay. 5 of Vessels. For some of you, you need to watch out who's around you. Protect your family, protect your friends. Don't give in to people who aren't very good for you. Toxic people. If there's somebody who's not very honest around you, don't put up with that sort of behaviour and step back from them. Protect the people that that you value as well. If there's somebody who you don't trust, I'd say trust your intuition on that. I get strong vibes about that. Trust your intuition always, because there's a snake around that nest. Okay. That's what I'm getting with that. What next? I'm going back to What's the Vibe, because I do like What's the Vibe cards. We'll finish off with these. I think we've had quite a good session for the pink moon. So I'm going to finish off with a couple of cards from here. I just want to ask the guides to strongly, you know, give us a strong message for the pink moon to finish off. That came out. Hopeless, lost, depression, even suicide. Wow, we don't want... Right, if anybody's feeling like that, then I want you to know that your guides are with you, and you don't have to feel like that. And if you are feeling like that, then you need to reach out, because there is always somebody there to help you. There are crisis numbers, there are people there are people to help you. You don't ever have to feel alone. You don't ever have to feel like that. And you've come here to experience life, not to feel like this, okay? And there is always help. So never ever feel like that on your own. So I feel like that's a strong message from guides. Today, good vibes now in the moment. So you're being asked to live in the moment. If you're not feeling great, live in the moment, because that seems to be the key to happiness. Live in the moment. Do something nice for yourself. You can always change how you feel from second to second. You really can. You have to change your thoughts. You have to, like I said earlier, dance, laugh, do something that takes you away from your negative thoughts. You can live in the moment and feel happy. You can forget all of your cares, all of your fears, all of your woes. Just let it go. And you'll find that your energy lifts, your vibration lifts. Okay, so it's living in the now is the key to happiness. Wishful thinking, second chance, deja vu. You can turn your life around on a penny. You really can. There's always a second chance. There's always a new day. There's always a new hour. There's always a second. Every second you can start again, like I said earlier. So it's never too late. You are the master of your own life and the master of your own thoughts. I've said this numerous times. You are the decider of what comes next. Yes, fate can take its turn and things can happen that are out of your control, but you can decide how you want to feel every second of every day. You just have to master your mind. You have to take control of it, and you can. It just takes practice. And the stronger you get as an individual, and the stronger you get to mastering your mind, the easier it gets. It gets so much easier. Just remember those things for the pink moon. Now's a good time to start practicing these things, okay? I hope that helps and I hope that resonates. Take care and let's speak soon.